Good evening and welcome to the 19th hole. I am your host Eddie Wooders, and this is Mike Dunn.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
We are ready to rock. It's been a great season already, and I would love to thank you, each and every one of you that has went to our channel, subscribed, and shared it. You can go to that channel. You can share it on Facebook. Get it out to the world. This year is going to be full of fun, new videos, lots of laughs, provided by mainly this guy.
Me? What?
Yeah, you. Hey, on the green today, we're going to talk a little bit about Crushing the Hollow, Line in the Pines results. That's a fun tournament out at Ponderosa, private course. So much fun. Also, the long drive. We've got some Santa Cruz Masters results from the Masters Cup. Much more coming in on that.
Yeah, don't forget, we're going to have all kinds of cool video clips.
Lots.
And you know what? We can't have video clips if you don't send them in.
That's true. That's true. But it actually inspired Mike to get out a little bit today, and we were able to catch around together. And I'd like to show you a little bit of Mike in action right here.
Okay, well, I mean, I can still drain a putt.
Look at that, buddy. You do still got it in you, don't you?
You know what? Whatever.
I love it.
But
I
if you
love
got your video clip, don't forget to send it to the 19th hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com.
Boom! All right, today we've got some awesome guests in-house, literally, not on the phone, not via text message, in-house.
Right here.
In-house. We have Damon Henry with RAOK. What's that stand for, Mike?
Random Acts of Kindness. What did you do today? Did you have any random acts you did today?
It's inspired me a lot. I carry
what.
some of the cards. It's cool. It's a great movement that Damon Henry is doing. It's just a Facebook page. You can go check it out. The Random Acts of Kindness with Damon Henry. It'll inspire you to do good stuff. We also are getting inside the mind of a professional touring disc golfer, one of Colorado's very own. I'm talking about Joel Freeman.
Woo!
Joel Freeman is going to be in-house. We are honored to have him here. It's going to be a great, great, great show.
Hey, Eddie, before we get too far into the show, we made a little bet last week.
We did.
About nicknames, about two of the top pros on the tour, Paige Pierce, Ricky Wysocki. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, and first off, this is all in good fun. We're not trying to upset anyone or hurt
Of
anyone's
course
feelings.
not.
So, Ricky, Paige, do us a favor. Go and like the show. So give us some thumbs up, subscribe, get involved in this if you'd like to. It'd be fun to see what you think.
Yeah, if you got a better name, we'd love
All
to
right,
hear it.
so what'd you come up
I'm
with?
going first, Paige Pierce. This was a deep one.
What'd you got?
I came up with The Solution. All right, hear me out. You know, Dynamic was looking for something to really...
I love it, Mike. No, it's good. I don't need an explanation. I really don't. That was great, Mike. Good job. Solution. Okay. Do you want to... You know what? That's fine. Paige Pierce.
What do you...
I would like to call her Mighty Mouse. She's small. She's mighty. She's like a mouse, but yet she gets it done. I don't know.
All right, fine.
We'll let the viewers. Hey, you guys do us a favor.
Okay.
Settle this dispute. Comment in the comment section. Let us know which one you like.
Okay.
We got the Solution. We have Mighty Mouse. Let us know what you like, and maybe you guys can even come up with something better. What do you got for Wysocki?
Well, I'll let you go first.
Okay. This one I didn't do so good on. It's hard. I didn't know what to come up with. Ricky Too Tall Wysocki.
Okay. All right. You know what?
okay.
Here, give me some.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're such a... Oh, man. You got me, Mike. What you got?
All right. So I came up with Ricky Robin Hood, the Archer Wysocki.
Oh, yeah, that's going to stick. Yeah, it's not. Oh, anyway, so that's like a Teflon nickname right there. It's going to slide right off. Anyway.
No,
hey,
the nickname is actually...
Moving right along, we got to get into this. We have...
The Archer. Robin Hood, the Archer.
You got the Archer, though. I like that. You clean it up a little bit. Ricky, the Archer Wysocki. That's awesome. All right, remember, come on in here to Fly Green with your tags, right?
Yep.
Always
You got
get your
10%
discount.
off.
And again, thank you to our wonderful sponsors. After this commercial, you're going to understand why we're working with these guys. It's, of course, I'm talking about Gatekeeper Media. Boom.
Check it out.
Let's restart.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, there you
welcome
go.
back from another great commercial from Gatekeeper Media. Those guys are amazing. I don't know what we do without them.
I have no idea, Mike.
Hey, let's give a shout out to the women's only event called Crushing the Hollow. It was a women's global event back on May 12th at Adams Hollow in Brighton, Colorado. It was presented by Throwing Pink or Throw Pink,
Throw
the
Pink?
TD Carla Akers. She does a great job.
She does.
That was a C tier, 80 players. Open women's event. First
job,
place,
Carla.
rocking it for Ellen Widboom.
Yep.
She kicks butt. I've just got to know her recently. Really cool chick.
Yeah.
And she's got quite an arm on her too. That girl can
Yeah, she does.
can huck a disc. Second way tie was Sandra Richardson and Missy Gannon. So shout out to our girl Missy Gannon.
Way to go,
Master
Missy.
Pros 40 plus was Carly Akers herself.
Boom.
Rocket. Gazebo at the Hollows coming up in Brighton, Colorado here, June 2nd, 2018.
Always
TD
like
Josh
that course.
Kreitzer, 76 players already registered for that tournament. Kudos, Josh. Do a great job, buddy.
Well done, dude.
Check out gazebodiscgolf.com, gazebo.com,
Yeah.
gazebo. Check it out.
Just check them out because they're awesome. They got a good selection. They're doing good things for Colorado. Line in the Pines is something else that's doing great in Colorado. I'm going to run through some scores, but real quick, that just took place. Marcus Rawls out at Ponderosa, buddy. Good job.
Kick ass.
Lloyd Wilkins also. He was doing a fantastic job as TD. I heard Bob Wilking had something to do with that. I'm not exactly sure, but kudos, bravo.
All I
I
heard
know
was
you were there.
super fun time from everybody.
So I'm going to run through some results real quick. Forgive me for having these papers, but dun-dun-dun. Like you said,
Dun-dun-dun.
let's do it. Number 1 place coming out to Jim Kelly. Jim, first place in the Open Division. Well done, sir. Santos Montoya second. Scott Winnett, third place.
Matthew Stutt.
Yeah, Matthew Stutt got fourth. Corey McGrath fifth. Shout out to Tristan at sixth.
Bam.
Let's see, first place, Jesse Cernan, Pro Master Plus. That one's out of here. Advanced Division, Alex Stoops winning another one. He's winning another one. Alex Stoops won it by 2 strokes over Pro Colorado team member Ryan Orlowski. What are you doing, Mike? It's the Advanced Masters Division coming in hot. What a great division to watch here in Colorado. You've got Chris Walters, Temp Krieger. You also got Nate Winfield. Temp and Nate are both from
I'm telling
Pikes
you,
Peak.
the talent
These guys,
is hot.
it's really hot down here. These guys are all on the verge of going open.
Yep.
Hey, you know what, Chris? Good job finishing first place. Temp Krieger, he just got put on Team Throw Colorado. Man, I really like that guy. He does a lot of good stuff. So, Nate Winfield, third place. Good job, buddy.
What about the Amateur Masters
Get
50
'em.
plus? Richard White coming in first place. I mean, that's all you really need to know.
Yeah,
If you,
how about
if you didn't come in first place, baby?
Yeah, look, and talk about first place. Here he is again. Do you remember who I was talking about last week? That Heath Michael? Remember that guy?
I used to love
4 in a row.
I used
4 in
to
a row,
love Heath
just
Burris.
starting out. So, Heath, great job. Team Throw Colorado member Clint Rosen, second place. Truck Win, third place. You guys are all just killing it.
Good job, Truck.
Let's shout out to the ladies real quick. Sue Jones, Shannon Winfield, Donna Brown, and Melissa Rosen. rounding out
DB,
the
girl,
top 4.
DB,
Bam.
rocket.
And one
My girl,
quick,
DB.
you got to shout these little guys out. The juniors 10 and under.
Oh, yeah.
CJ Squire, Sampson, Meldal. You guys finishing the course. Well done. We're proud of you here.
Hell,
if you
CJ
have
probably
videos
would've beat
and you
me.
have pictures, send them to these two crazy guys.
Yeah, we
At
want those
The
videos.
19th hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com. Send them to us. We want to see them because we have some really cool videos already, and we love sharing them with you guys.
Hey, what about the Durango Big Picture Classic at the new course at the Colorado Timberline Academy in Durango, Colorado? Isn't that Saturday, May 29th? That already happened, didn't it?
It did happen, Mike, and you know who won that thing?
Who?
Throw Colorado member JC
Woo!
Kester, baby.
Kester.
He said his overhand was doing him a lot of justice, so
Because he was slapping them. Bam!
bam, bam, dude, good job. Quick shout out to Nate Metzler coming in 8th. Way to go, brother. Much love.
What's
Bam.
up? Was that a 10:52 round or something?
10:52 round. Second one was 10:08, I believe. Mike, he threw really good. I'm surprised anybody came back to actually compete.
I mean, a
after.
10:52 round. Are you serious?
Well, they know at that point. I mean, let's be honest. You don't shoot anywhere near that. The hot round is 10:52. At that point, right, Mike? You go to grab a burrito and a cold drink, and you're like, well, I think we're playing.
Well,
for
I mean,
second.
I'd already gotten one of those burritos, and they were delicious, Eddie. You know,
You're playing for second at that point. That's the bottom line. JC, way to go. Way to hang on to it. No meltdowns. Boom. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was incredible.
What else we got going on, man? We've got so much going on that I have to take a breath. Wait. JC's wife, Lindsay Kester, got second in advanced women. I wanted to give that shout out real quick.
Please do.
Yep. All right, we've got so much going on. Mike and I are getting tongue-tied. Can we please go to a commercial? And I want you to enjoy this one. This is from our friend, our family. It's Fly Green.
Oh, you know what? You're so sweet, Eddie. Let
Thanks,
me rub
bud.
your shoulder.
Oh, dude,
We'll
that
be right
feels so
back after
good.
this.
Yeah, good. Stay for a while.
Hey, we are
Welcome back to the show. That was a great commercial by Fly Green. I'm just messing with you guys. Hey, I'm trying out my new voice.
I don't
Did you
think
know?
it's gonna work, Eddie.
I might.
I tell you what, he's gonna go there, and I'm gonna go right here. You know what happened, Eddie, in the upcoming event at the DGPT 2018 San Francisco Open?
That's a
May
mouthful,
25th
Mike.
to the 27th.
I'll tell you.
Sponsored by Innova.
Yeah. And they got some great beer sponsors, guys, also. And I talked to this tournament director, Sean Jack, out in San Francisco today, and he is really pumped for this event. He's got nearly $40,000 added cash for this event.
I gotta tell you what, Eddie, I was pretty impressed. You know what? I heard you on the phone myself. You called the guy up. Talk about doing research before the show. Good
Thanks.
job.
I'm glad you noticed that, Mike. Look, so this is an A tier, guys. This is something we actually talked to him also about maybe going out. He's turning this into a big event, you guys.
This is legit.
The San Francisco Open being ran by Sean Jack, 151 players. This is an all-pro field. It's an A tier. What else has he got going on here? Anderson Valley.
McLaren Park in San Francisco.
Yep. Anderson Valley is coming out with a beer called the Heiser Hop. Also Ballista Point. You guys have heard of that. Ballista Point Brewing and also Beer Bottle Brewing are all involved in this. This is also the first event that I've actually heard of, Mike. Did you hear him say that he is charging $10 for spectators to help with funds for the tournament?
Yep.
And he's got people signing up for this.
Yep.
So I encourage that. I think it's awesome. Probably get a little spectator pack for maybe a disc or something. That's an awesome idea.
And when you talked to him on the phone, Eddie, he mentioned that a large portion of the entry fee was going to pay for the course fees, because it was expensive to play that course. It's played on a private ball golf course where they're playing disc golf course, I believe.
Yeah, and it's that's just the way that golf's going now. We don't know what the number was or whatever it was, but yeah, that's just the way. Like if you're trying to throw these big events, you have to pay for the venues.
You got to
Mike.
pay to play. I mean, that's what it costs. It costs money to pay in these If you want to play at the better venues, you have to pay for it, and that's why
Yeah.
the tournaments are beginning to cost more money.
Exactly.
But you get better amenities.
Yeah, and that's what this place is just loaded with amenities, Mike. They got the clubhouse and everything's there, all the bells and whistles. Basically, you show up that weekend, you're not leaving. So kudos to you, Sean. I hope everything goes well. Let us know.
$10,000 of added cash, $40,000 of total cash payout.
Yep, it's we've got paid spectators coming in. 3 breweries are involved. This is a big one. So do it, man. This is awesome. Have fun. Hopefully, we'll see you next year.
Yep, that's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Upcoming event, Battle of Seattle 5. Battle of Seattle 5.
Yeah.
This is June 2nd and 3rd in Seattle, Washington at the SeaTac
Yep.
Disc Golf Course in SeaTac, Washington.
That sounds fun. It
and
just sounds like I want to be there.
An A-tier event. I've heard a lot of good things about this.
Yeah.
The TD is Keith Leonetti.
Nice job, Mike.
290 players for
It's a
this
lot of
event.
players. This is huge.
We didn't get a chance to talk to Keith, but we were trying to. We heard a lot of great rumors that these events that he puts on are incredible. So
Yeah, and anywhere you get up in that area, Oregon, Washington.
Incredibly beautiful.
Dude, it's breathtaking.
Majestic.
And that you
majestic.
don't take that with a grain of salt. We're from Colorado. Obviously, we shoot here in Colorado. We can look out the door and we can see 14ers and snow-capped mountains. So we know beauty. And I'm telling you, anytime you get a chance to go up there. So when they're putting back-to-back, big tournaments up there, not back-to-back per se, but bigger tournaments, other than Beaver State Fling, that's cool. That's good news.
Now let's take a step back, Eddie, and let's talk about the Santa Cruz Masters Cup presented by
I knew this was coming
Innova.
up. Yeah.
It was an NT in Santa Cruz, California, May 18th through the 20th.
Yeah.
The TD for that was Brandon Coolidge.
Braden.
Braden Coolidge. Yeah. Yes. It was 106 players. There was a little bit of controversy. Valerie Jenkins was playing, and her mom was caddying for her apparently for the last 5 or 6 holes, and she was drinking a beer.
I didn't. So I talked to Braden, and I actually forgot to ask that question of whether she was drinking. But I talked to Braden, and basically, the point that needs to be made is this: is that anytime you're being a caddy for anyone, anytime that you're playing or participating as a caddy, the caddies have to they have to
Follow the same rules as the players.
Exactly. Conduct themselves as the tournament players would, is what I was trying to say. And so I don't know. All I heard was that she had a beer in the bag. Now, I don't even know that she was drinking the beer. And the main thing that we want to clear up is because there has been a lot of social media, it only takes one person to post something, and it becomes a wildfire.
Right, and I apologize. We don't want to be that person either.
No, and we're not. And that's why I actually, again, today I called Braden, the tournament director, and he was very, very kind to me when I called him on the phone. And I just explained to him that all I wanted to do was kind of clear it up because I'd seen some not so good posts. So for the record, there were no tattletales or snitches or nothing. There was actually 2 PDJ officials that were walking and had witnessed it. So they're the ones that brought it to the tournament director's attention. And it was an extremely hard decision. And Braden said that every player on that card felt
terrible,
absolutely terrible that this was the decision that had to be made. But at the end of the day, when things like this happen, there's lessons to be learned, and it's just you got to remember the important parts.
So the real rule there is no alcoholic beverages.
No drugs
during any tournament.
Right.
And then it brings up one other quick question, which is when you were asking him about it, and we started talking about it during a B and A and B tier tournament,
or NT,
yes, or any NT.
It's an automatic disqualification, whereas if it's a C tier or lower, you can get a warning. And I really don't want to go into that mess because, I have opinions of that. Yeah. Does that mean that a C tier is not as important as an A or a B? And what it comes down to really is how many points you get from tournaments. Really, I think, in my opinion, all right, so if you want to open it, all right, don't give me the rush sign then. No, that ain't going to happen. All right, so if you want to get into it, here's how it's going to have to happen. If you think every tournament is going to be the same, then you have to run every tournament the same. You can't say it's okay.
Regardless of the
tier.
You
can't give a warning at one tournament and it not be okay at another tournament because that becomes confusing. That's a gray area, right? So if it's a PDGA sanctioned event, you should just run it as there's no alcohol, period. And I'm not going to give you a warning. I'm going to disqualify you.
Yep.
And you know me, I've had to disqualify people, friends from my tournaments for not following the rules because the rules are there for us to follow, and that is what the PDGA was founded on. So
anyway, that's a whole other show. Sorry, but hey, so let's real quick just run through the results of the Santa Cruz Masters Cup. In first place for the men's open was Richard the Arrow Wysocki. In second place, wait a minute. I didn't even get that right, Eddie, did I?
I don't know.
Nicknames, schnicknames. It was Richard the Archer Wysocki. Sorry about that.
Whatever.
You know what? These are new nicknames.
Josh Anthon got second place. Paul Macbeth in third. And, of course, Philo. I love that guy, fourth place.
Honorable mention.
Big tie
boy.
at fifth. A whole bunch of good players. Eagle, Austin, Nate.
Don't get too excited there. In the ladies' division in first place, as usual.
Mighty
Paige
Mouse.
Pierce.
Mighty Mouse.
The Solution.
The Mighty Mouse.
The Solution.
Katrina Allen in second place. It was good, man. Good top finish for everyone, really.
It was good to see Katrina getting back up on top again. Good work there. So anyway, good stuff.
Love it.
A little more fun. How about
Disc golf training. Disc golf?
I'm going to learn.
Disc golf? Disc golf.
Hey, Mikey, I think he likes it.
Does this mean you're going to sign up for the Midwest Masters?
Oh, yes.
I am really excited to announce this next guest in studio. We do get some big name touring pros, but
That's awesome,
we
man. I'll
generally
tell you
get them
what.
on the phone. So it's always an honor when we get somebody like Colorado's very own Joel Freeman in house.
I tell you what.
Woo! Joel, welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Right on, guys. All right, Joel
So,
Freeman in the house.
Joel, what was that shot we just watched?
That was hole
Hole 14.
15,
Was it-
14 or 15
Yeah.
at in round 2 of Las Vegas Challenge. It's just a big old Anheuser. Works perfectly for kind of a high-speed flippy disc for somebody with my arm speed.
And
And
what
ended
was that disc?
That was a Shrike for me.
Shrike.
Yep. Ended up putting it 25 feet away, being I think one of 3 birdies that day. So
Nice.
Well,
cool.
First off, Joel, congratulations. You've had a really tremendous season thus far, and really we're just getting started in the disc golf season. So
Absolutely.
excellent job. We're
Thank you
proud
very
of that.
much.
Heck yeah, heck
Thank
yeah.
you very much. Yeah.
What is your PDGA number? Let's start right there.
It is 69509.
69509. How long you been playing disc golf?
It's kind of a complicated question. I always loved Ultimate growing up, so I played a bunch of Ultimate. I probably first played disc golf in 2011, casually for a few years, and then the first time I ever thought of it as any sort of like competitive deal was probably 3 years ago, and I've only been playing tournaments for about 2.5, 3 years. So
What was the first tournament you ever played in?
it was Lunacy in Longmont.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Longmont guys. That's Brett, right? Brett does that.
Yep.
Brett Rosso. Yep. He's made that a pretty fun tournament up there.
Absolutely.
So who are a few of your sponsors? Who are your sponsors?
I've just got one big, awesome sponsor, and it's these guys right here, Innova Champion Discs.
That's amazing. I'm not really sure how Mike and I have let you slip through. We'll have to talk later about a few things.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll figure that
Get
out.
some
Yeah.
local love.
Yeah, we
We'll
got to
figure
do
that out.
something there.
Absolutely.
So you've played a few tournaments around the country. Have you went outside of America yet? Have you done
I
any of
haven't
that?
stepped out the country yet, so I'm hoping that'll happen.
You know, they got
sometime
this
soon.
hot new course in Ethiopia.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we'll talk to Roundhouse, see if we can make something happen next year for the Ethiopian Open. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
for sure.
Right on.
We had John
Uh,
Roundhouse on here. He created the Ethiopian Open.
Yeah, with Johannes, that's a really cool event. He had a lot of players down there this year for that. So
Right on.
it sounds,
Yeah,
sounds fun.
cool.
A European Open maybe. Get you.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Get you and
Heck yeah.
Jerome over there. It's
That's
always cheaper
definitely
if
a-
you fly together, right?
Absolutely, that's a bucket list one for sure.
Maybe you can keep him under control a little bit. You know.
No, Jerome's an awesome guy. He's
Oh,
definitely in my top 3 favorite pros.
Yes, absolutely. Jerome is a really
Oh, yeah.
really cool cat.
So where are you headed next?
So I'll actually stay in Colorado for most of the next 3 months.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll take a couple trips, going to Beaver State Fling, making it out to that one for the first time. I'll take a little trip to Utah in there as well, but for the most part, do some. My next tournament is this upcoming weekend in Denver. Spring Fling.
Yep.
And then play, High Plains Challenge, some other good local ones. So
Now, are you going to be able to make it to states this year?
I won't. I was kind of heartbroken when I.
Are
when
you
I
going to
found out.
Ledgestone?
Yep. I'll
Okay.
be at Ledgestone. So
Well, and after your recent post, if you guys haven't seen him or you guys don't follow Joel, he made a little funny post, not to be taken the wrong way in any sort of fashion, but he did list the best drivers, right, and the best courses in the state of Illinois. And that means a little something to me since I'm from Illinois. But we do got some fantastic courses, lush, big trees. Maple trees are lush up in Illinois. So
The Bears.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play a ton of courses up there, but the few that I did were awesome.
So what do I have to do as tournament director of the state's tournament this year to keep you in town? I mean, what am I competing against?
Oh gosh, what's first place prize at Ledgestone?
I think it's like a
Somewhere
couple $100,
10,000 or
$10,000.
something.
That's pretty
so
good,
give
Joel.
or
It's
take.
hard to argue with that. But what also, and I'll ask you guys this too. What is the price of memories with your?
That's right.
best pals?
Friends, family, fellow tag
We're
mates.
just
Hey, but
kidding,
those
Joel.
are my friends and my family
Yeah,
out there on
absolutely.
tour now.
Right.
So
So absolutely, and we're just giving you a hard time.
All
It's gonna be
right,
sad
all
that we
right.
miss you, but it's gonna be a good one.
absolutely,
Maybe not as paying as well as Ledgestone, but we're gonna have a lot of fun out there.
for sure.
Go-to disc. I kind of asked you that when you got to the studio earlier, just so we could kind of get you ready. And Joel, like every other guest we have that's touring pro, Mike, you know this, they have a hard time trying to decide which one's their absolute favorite. So Joel went and pulled a few off the shelves
I
here.
know he grabbed, let's see, a birdie, a polecat. I'm going to guess you
Jaguar?
All the classics.
probably... Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
think
Yeah.
a condor
Cobra.
and a zephyr.
All right, well, what do you got here, Joel? What are some of your go-tos? If we were to peek in your bag, what would we find in there?
So this guy right here, a lot of people love the Star Destroyers. I actually throw Champion Destroyers and Star Destroyers. So
It's beefier than a Star Destroyer. The Champion Destroyer, I think, is beefier.
It kind of depends on the ones you have. I have some old school Champion Destroyers that are actually really really far flyers. But yeah, they're also some of my most overstable ones. So they kind of vary. I love the feel of Champion plastic. So I got it in
Destroyer's a
there.
common go-to for a lot of players these days,
Absolutely.
and as is this next disc.
The Firebird for obvious reasons. Every disc in my bag, I throw forehand and backhand.
Yeah.
If I don't like it one way or the other, I don't bag.
And
it.
you absolutely crush a forehand.
I do my best to.
You
I can't,
absolutely
I
crush.
can't throw with as much velocity as a lot of players, but I put the right amount of spin on them
that
to keep
one's-
them in the air.
Yeah, that one's not too bad. It's not super domey. It's not a faff, but I'm sure you got some faffs
No,
in your bag.
I actually prefer them kind of like that.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
a
not.
mid,
Yeah, I'm
somewhere
not
in the
super
middle?
into the super faff or puddle top type Firebirds. I like
Okay.
them with a little bit of curve to them.
Uh-huh. Like the
Next to
racetrack.
Gator, I probably throw this disc at least 7 times around.
Okay.
It's a high number.
That's
you
fair
know, for
enough.
one
It is,
disc.
yeah.
I'm a mortar fan, and I'm the same
Absolutely.
way. My mortar is my go-to. So.
Absolutely. And then this guy right here, the Whale. Champion Glow
Really?
Whale.
Okay.
Yep.
Newer disc in a Nova's lineup, or newer.
Newer. Yeah, I want to say it, in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And what is it about the whale? So tell me a little bit, because I'm an all Millennium guy, Joel. You know that,
Absolutely.
right? So I know what all these discs do. This is my
For sure.
my mortar. This is my EXP, and this is of course the greatest disc ever made, other than the Destroyer, which would be the Scorpius made by
For
Millennium.
sure. And I do bag a Scorpius.
See?
So,
Oh, you do.
there it is. Yeah.
So if I give you one out of my bag before you leave, will you take it with you and play with it on tour?
It would most likely go in the bag.
Awesome.
I
Cool.
do love me some
So why?
Scorpius.
Why this? Why the whale?
So I actually used to, before I got picked up by Innova, I used to throw the Judge. Loved my Judges. I would throw a Lucid Judge so that it held its stability for long periods of time.
Okay.
Tried out a couple putters to replace it from Innova's lineup. The Big Beat Aviar, which wasn't quite what I was looking for, was a little too overstable. The Whale ended up being that money kind of putter that I can throw forehand, backhand. So that one, again, I use probably at least 5 times around,
All right.
if not 20 times in some rounds or whatever.
I
So
like it. And I'm a
it's-
putter guy too, so that's cool.
it's coming out
Lovely.
constantly, and you actually might see a certain special kind of whale floating around
Nice.
in the future.
Floating around, no less. I like that.
They're glidey.
I hope that hopefully we get an insight.
How many
on that from
how many
the guy
discs do
and-
you do you have bagged in your bag?
Probably stays right around 20.
Okay. And
Maybe.
how many of those are putters?
I think only I just added a pig the other day, so I'm kind of experimenting with the pig right now. So that makes 4. The pig, the whale, and then my go-to putting putter, and then my flippy throwing putter / backup putting putter.
I
if
mean,
that-
now
if that
they're
makes
here.
sense.
I mean,
Yeah,
these guys
exactly.
want to
So
know
the-
what they are, so you might as well give us
It
the
does.
other 2 putters
So
too.
Right. So that putting putter that I use is the V AVR, the XT V AVR. XT plastic feels really good.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Before Innova sent me one, I had never seen one, never heard of them before. They sent me a box saying, "Here, welcome to the team. Try these out." And I picked
Very
that
cool.
sucker up, and I said, "I'm putting with this probably forever."
Have you ever putted with a tank? Have you ever thrown a tank?
I've held one. Is it similar to a Rhino? Is that?
It is.
I think it is.
It is.
Okay.
You know what? I've got a
kinda
very
has that-
special one in the
Yeah, it's
bag.
got-
I'm going to let you take that one with you, too. You guys heard it here. I'm giving him 2 of my discs. So his next win, I mean, it has to have a little. It has to have.
You know
like
what?
A,
Eddie always tries
We'll
to
see how they
steal
work.
all
Two out
the
of-
thunder. I mean,
I want that though. I'm trying to sell some tanks for Matt Siri here. No, but in all seriousness, the tank is. You might like it.
Okay.
The way you're talking about putters,
For sure.
you might like it, and it's a really good driving putter, I think, because I like I'll power into my putters too, and
Absolutely.
it'll take it off the pad. Still solid finish.
Cool.
so you're running 4 putters. Obviously, you got the meat hook, wind putter all the way down. You got a driving putter. You said your putter. It's funny that term now gets used.
Putting putter.
It's
yeah,
my-
yeah. Putting putter, throwing
My
putter.
my putting putter or my putter
jump
putter.
putter.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like your utilitarian putter, or you got
It's
like
the old one that for hyzer flips.
Yeah,
and all
okay,
that,
there
yeah.
you go. And then so now it seems like everybody then has this array of drivers. How many drivers are you actually using?
Right.
I probably go to.
And I'm not talking about like every 5th round I used that one. Like
Of
how many are
course.
you really using in your bag?
I will admit I think I carry 7. I use 5 very regularly,
Okay, fair enough.
and that's counting only high speed drivers. I guess if you get into kind of those
Fairways and controls,
slower speeds
right.
and whatnot, then that number goes up. But
All right, so it sounds like you have your bag in shape.
Mhm.
All right, what do you do? What is your workout regimen? What do you do
To keep yourself in shape.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think primarily it's actually nutrition. I think that's the biggest part of staying healthy, staying fit, and whatnot.
Yeah.
My mom is a certified health coach, a dietitian, and so she really raised me and all my siblings to take care of ourselves.
Wow.
I don't actually work out much mid-season. I do field work and whatnot. That's kind of my workout.
Okay.
But during the off season, I'll come up with different things. One year it was 300 putts or push-ups. So I could either do 200 push-ups and 100 putts, or I could do 200 putts and 100 push-ups. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just set that number for me, 300 a day of something. Sometimes it was all of one and none of the other or whatever. And so that was kind of my little thing that I would do. So I just come up with some little fun.
That's
Try
cool.
to keep myself interested, keep myself
First
in
time
shape.
I've heard of that. Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
I like it. So if
Right.
you guys can use that, there it
Eddie
is.
did it once. He was like, I'm going to do burpees. I'm either going to do 100 burpees or I'm going to do 100
Slurpees.
burpees. And so
Slurpees.
he-
I like the way you think.
yeah,
There we
he
go.
went out and got like a whole bunch of 2-liter sodas, and you know what happened. Anyway, so Joel, if when you were doing your workouts, obviously off season, what we were talking about last week on our episode was the sport has evolved, and now disc golfers are athletes like everybody else, and we're feeling like over the next 5 years, the competition is going to really step the game up, and
Absolutely.
nutrition, off-season training,
Yeah.
proper sleep, lower stress. These are all going to be factors into who's going to be on top and who's going to stay on top.
Absolutely.
And so, are these things that you're thinking about now in proper preparation into going into your future disc golf? Because as we talked before the show, I mean, this is your career now.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
And you sound like you're taking it extremely serious. So I mean, do you have a game plan as you go forward? And are these all steps that you're taking as part of it?
Yeah, for sure. I think you're absolutely right in saying that it's developing quickly. Those nutritional, those workout, those practice routines are becoming more and more integral. People are able to rely less and less on raw talent, to be in the mix in those bigger tournaments and whatnot. So absolutely, yeah. I've always approached it, done my best to treat the sport as a professional sport, treat myself as a professional player. Obviously, I've only got a couple years in of competition.
I thought you were going to say I only got a couple years left. He's only got a couple good years left.
I'm only a couple years in, so I still have a ton to learn. I still have so much to adjust, things about my form, things about my routines and whatnot. That I want to work on. But
one thing that you don't have to work on, Joel, is you've always made us fans in Colorado. You've always made us proud. You do conduct yourself well on the course.
Appreciate it.
People do. We look up to you. You're doing a great job. So I just wanted to give you that because I'm prepping you. I'm being nice because we're about to go into our blizzard now. Mike and I are going to hit you. We got about a dozen questions here, Mike. Right?
Right.
You flip over here.
Did you guys? Should we stretch before we do this?
Let's hit our blizzard down here.
2 and 3 and 4.
And these are simple, so I don't want you to think. All right.
All right.
All right. So just stare right at that camera.
See what
Picture a
happens.
beautiful fairway. All right.
All right. If you've seen like the last round of Family Feud, right?
For sure.
We're gonna put 20 seconds on the clock. We
actually have 11 questions on the board.
We polled 4 people, and the top 7 answers are on the board.
And I got to pull my weight, so I got to get over 100 points, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
All
to
right.
move on to the bonus round.
The timer starts after you answer the very first question. Favorite course?
Westlake in Davenport, Iowa.
Favorite music to prep for your favorite course?
Worship music.
Favorite food?
Organic.
Pre-game warm up.
Stretch a lot, putt a lot.
Pre-game meal?
Chipotle.
Disc golf idol.
Eagle.
How many discs do you carry in a bag?
20.
Bag or cart?
Bag.
What did you eat for dinner last night?
Eggs.
Bag or cart?
Cart.
Who's your lifetime idol?
My dad.
Bag or cart?
We'll go Bart.
Bart, yes, there's the answer. Where is the best tap water you ever had?
Colorado.
Yeah. Mike, that's your question at the end.
G.I. Joe or
Wait.
Barbie?
That is not the question on the thing.
Depends on the day, man. What are we doing together?
All right, let's wrap it up with favorite Star Wars movie.
3.
Star Wars 3. All right, it has been 2-on-1 with Joel Freeman. It was an absolute pleasure having him on the show. Joel, thank you very much for taking some time out for Mike and I and our
Yeah, Joel,
audience.
thanks.
Absolutely.
That was
Thanks
awesome.
for having me.
Hey, if you guys like this episode, if you guys want to reach out, you got a page, right, on Facebook. People
I do.
can reach out to you if they want you to do a clinic or something as you're traveling. Reach out to Joel Freeman. He's a really down-to-earth guy, very, very friendly and personable. Reach out to him, show him some support on tour, and show us some support by liking and subscribing to our channel, The 19th Hole with Eddie and Mike, on YouTube.
Did you?
Yep, and we are going to commercial. Thank you for reminding us that we are going to commercial with our friends at Disc Golf Over Everything, Mr. Ian Ray.
We'll be right back.
Bow.
What's up, guys? It's Ian Ray with DGOE. If you like what you saw in the video, give us a like on our Facebook page, DGOE Apparel. If you need to put an order in, hit us up on Gmail, dgoeapparel@gmail.com.